Hello and welcome. I got back from Poland and I'll talk about those things tomorrow. I think I'll have a video about what the entire trip for me, and then when I get replays I'll do that as well. So check back on those later. This match is actually from today. I played it and I had quite an amazing one. I have the Amagi captain on this time, so I don't actually have concealment expert, which was a bit unfortunate, but I mean I needed to do the Amagi captain's retraining. Anyways, it's a north, so I decide to go hug this island here to have cover to be able to fire at some enemy ships, at least at the start of the match, because the Atago doesn't have all that much range. And I was rather surprised I had AP selected. I don't know if I had AP, if I unconsciously selected it, or if it has it selected by default or something. I don't know, but I noticed that I have AP selected on cruisers quite often at the start. Anyways, there's a Fubuki here now, so let's try to shell her. The Atago has so much DPS, it's pretty amazing. This volley was rather unfortunate, or salvo. I guess both actually are fine. I thought that we could pick this Fubuki off, but it appears no. I'll still try, because it's very important to do so. Oh, I got lucky with that one. Excellent. Fubuki down, and it seems that there's a destroyer on the other side of me. That is to the right side. So I guess I'll just start moving and turn my ship and start shelling the Mahan. Front guns, because back guns, you know, aren't there yet. I definitely want to be moving, just in case he rushes me. Also, there's a Cleveland coming in, it seems. I can't really spot him at first in the game, but I did spot him on the minimap. I did see where he is now, so I have an estimate of where I need to drop the torpedoes, because those torpedoes are... they're there just in case he keeps going, so that I can maybe deal some damage, or have him turn in a way that might be not the best one. Luckily it seems the Mahan's engines were broken, so she seems to have slid out of the smoke, which gives us an opportunity to take her out. Well, hopefully before we actually die to her. Or I guess, not us. I think this should take care of her, and let's fire the second salvo of torpedoes as well. I don't fire at the lead indicator, but I definitely use it to aim. Also switching the AP because it's a Cleveland, and I can definitely citadel her if I get a decent shot. And because of the island and having to slow down and turn, actually it made me dodge a salvo of the Cleveland. And wow, she took 2 torpedoes. That's amazing. I don't see her doing anything now. So I'll just finish her off with this. Wanted to switch back to HE just in case he wasn't showing broadside, but well, those torpedoes were definitely spot on. Okay, now there's a North Carolina here. I don't think I should be spotted if I fire from here over the island, so I guess I'll just try shelling her. Try setting her on fire, just a few shots off until she gets out of my range, and then see what to do exactly next. I think that I might go back up the guy at 910 line, because he is alone against 2 cruisers potentially. But that's still a bit away. I think the opportunity is, the important one is just shelling this North Cal since she's running away, so that means she is less likely to fire at me, or not to mention I'm not spotted anyway, so it's a very good opportunity. Ooh, 2 fires. That is very good, because she has already used her damage control party due to the earlier fires that I had got. And I think that if I get like 1 salvo off, maybe 2, the North Cal is just going to burn down. Ooh, and the 3rd fire. Yep, that guy is dead. Or should be, anyway. Barring unfortunate circumstances. So I'll just go back, I'll just go deal with the Hipper and Myoko. Excellent, North Cal down. And we actually have a ship's lead now, which is very good. Gonna help this Hipper, which I think he's being rather brave going up against those two cruisers, but then again, somebody has to do it considering where our carrier is located. So we just can't let those guys pass through. The good thing is that they are occupied with trying to kill the Hipper, and that's probably the focus fire target, so I can just go in guns blazing showing broadside with AP. Because the Hipper is low HP, and you definitely need to focus one target off before you switch, or at least that's the more useful one. And but I mean, I could still take massive damage here. I'm just unlikely to die immediately. Good salvo, 12,000 damage, and she's gonna take like 1 or 2 torpedoes too. That might finish her off. I'll just use a salvo just in case. Actually, I don't know. She's turned a bit too much. I think this Myoko is going to show a much better broadside. Like what I said earlier, the focus fire, I think it's important, but in this case, I think I can afford to do this because, you know, I have another ship there that can pick off the Hipper. Not to mention, she wasn't showing me broadside, and this guy was. Like, we're definitely gonna win the fight. The question is just by how much. I dropped torpedoes in a similar way as before, and I already got Kraken unleashed. Less than 9 minutes into the match. Well, the Myoko dodged the torpedoes, but doing so opened up her broadside for at least one salvo or so. But unluckily for me, I had HE loaded then, so I fired at the superstructure, which actually deals a massive amount of damage. As the Atago, Ibuki and Zhao as well. And unluckily for him, he's firing HE back. Well, I couldn't finish her off, but our friend the Hipper did, so that is excellent. Because that means that none of us died, so we essentially got 2 of their ships down, didn't have to pay anything for it. Okay, so now the plan is, considering where our ships are, it might be that our ships on the left side of the map will actually get picked off. So my plan is to head towards our cap for now, just until we know more or less where the Hatsuharu is. So I'm gonna ask my team that as well at some point. But this right side of the map went really well for us. So I'm just gonna go back because there isn't anybody at the cap. Although I would really like to go fight some enemies, but because we don't know where the Hatsuharu is, even like a guess on which side of the map. I mean, our team might know, but I don't know. So I think it's safer, way safer, to just stay near the cap, so it's possible for us to contest it if they try to cap it. So I'm asking my team now where the Hatsuharu is. Just, you know, have them give us a guess at least. Okay, so Philip thinks that it's near him, but I checked the names of people around me and none of those are Philip. So this means that Philip is outside of my render range. So I'm asking him to ping on himself so I know more or less where it is. But sadly he doesn't quite understand what I mean. He probably thinks that I want him to use sonar or something like that. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. It's just that I know now that the Hatsuharu was on more or less that side of the map, and now we can see the Hatsuharu, so everything is fine. Now we know that our cap isn't in danger, so we can go in and, well, not lose the game immediately, unless there's like the enemy carrier suddenly capping, which I find rather unlikely. It would be great if I could take a shot at the New Orleans, or if the what the hell do you call this ship? Schors? S-H-C-H-O-R-S. What a great name. How pronounceable. Anyways, I'll try a blind shot over the island on the New Orleans, but sad, which is sad. Didn't go over quite the island, so I guess it's up to the chores to finish her. I think at least. I use my heal because I have one left after that, so I think it'll be okay if I do that. So even if I take damage later, I can still heal a tiny bit. I can't really hit the Atago or the Hatsuhara either. I am barely within range, but they are moving away, so it's not really going to happen. I'll try taking a shot, but it's very unlikely that it'll do anything. But it's not like it costs anything. This game does not have limited ammunition like tanks does. Okay, the Atago is in range, so time to start shelling her. I think I'll mostly use HE because it, you know, everyone else is firing HE as well, so I think it's okay to do so. Not to mention she's quite far away, so citadels are unlikely. By the way, we were thinking about team battle stuff, and I think it might be a good idea for battleships to mostly fire HE there as well. Just because HE has synergy with carriers, other cruisers, and DDs. Because those HEs will eat up damage control party effects, which AP doesn't. And AP is just completely random whether you actually deal damage or not. Okay, so essentially the Atago is turning on closer, and she is so close now that I will definitely eat her up if none of my allies do, so it's fine. We can also see the carrier, and it seems that our Mutsuki is going for the carrier, which is okay. Ooh, high caliber. That took a while, but I finally got it. I mean, I mostly fought like destroyers and cruisers, I guess. I didn't even get the kill. How unfortunate. Oh well. I'm not gonna cap, because we have a definite advantage, and I mean, I've had a great game, so I'd like to make it greater, because I am retraining an Amagi captain here, so I want as much experience as possible, because it's the triple experience weekend, and I have like all the experience multiplier flags, except the free experience ones. I wish I had more of those. On the triple XP weekends, they are amazing. Oh well. I think it's okay for us not to cap. It's a bit risky, but you know, this is a random battle still, so it's more important to kinda go for the more experience risk than a definite win. Not to mention, I'm not actually sure whether I could cap this, because the Hatsuharu can keep me spotted while the Colorado shells me, and it's not like at long range that I could even fight the Colorado, really. The interesting thing is that at short range, cruisers are actually quite good against battleships, because the battleships will just overpen. And, well, these cruisers have torpedoes. I'll keep my nose pointed towards more or less the direction the Hatsuharu was in, because I want to go closer to her. The priority is to sink the Hatsuharu, but if I can't do that, then I will be satisfied with the Colorado. Also, I'm moving towards the smoke, so that should actually cover me from the Colorado. Like right now, because there's a smoke between me and the Colorado, they can't actually see me. Like, I'm not spotted, even though everything is close enough. Firing my guns did get me spotted, but by plane, not by ship. So the smoke acts like an obstacle. I think the Hatsuharu is going to come around the corner, so I fire these torpedoes on one side, then I'll shell the Colorado straight ahead at some point. Right now, the Colorado can't see me, and I'm within 5 kilometers. I actually think that the smart choice here would be just to stop and wait a bit, but it's okay, because it's a Colorado, not the most accurate ship in the game, and I have torpedoes on the other side anyway, so getting close enough will just end him, or her. And the fire is good too, it'll deal some damage before, but I can't see this Colorado surviving. I just fired a second volley just in case. The first one, like, I don't know, bounces off the hull or something, magically. Okay, so, I am not spotted. This means the Hatsuharu is on the other side of the island, so it's towards my friends, but none of my friends are within range. And I can see the torpedoes. I actually saw them, and I kept typing. I was like, they should miss. I actually think that I'm making a mistake going around the island this way. I think I should have turned the other way and went around. That way it wouldn't have been... Like, we're playing Ring Around the Rosie right now. And doing that as a cruiser against the destroyer isn't the best idea. Then again, I have the speed flag on the Atago, so she has like 37 knot speed. So she can essentially keep up with the Hatsuharu. I thought that what the Hatsuharu might do is go into their cap and just sit there. So, because the guy that's capping for us has like only 1000 HP. So that guy could definitely be picked off. But because I am still not spotted while I'm on this side of the map, the Hatsuharu has definitely gone around again, so she is playing Ring Around the Rosie with me as well. So I definitely need to turn here to actually fight the Hatsuharu. But since she can't see me, she can't really, you know, predict torpedoes either. But yeah, I mean, the Hatsuharu really can't do much here. He has a bit too much time. Or there's a bit too much time left. Although I guess we could win by capping and she could survive. But nope, she was visible and within firing range, so the purpose of life is to end. And that was a great game. 19,000 experience. 947,000 credits. I did complete some missions. I'm not actually sure whether they give credits. Oh well, Legend of the Seas, Kraken Unleashed, High Caliber, Confederate. Only 1400 free experience. I don't have the flag. 4 torpedo hits, 7 ships destroyed. 4 torpedo hits and 4 floodings. 5 citadels. Like, the ribbons aren't all that special except the 7 destroyed part, but I still did amazingly. 2800 base experience in an Atago. I think that's an excellent game. But let's be fair, this Hatsuharu did really well as well. I mean, he had almost 1600 base experience, and he didn't cap and on the losing side, so he would have got like 2300 experience if he had been on the winning team. And I did like 145k damage. I sank the North Cal, Fubuki, Hatsuharu, Mahan, Colorado, Hipper, and I didn't even see the last one. Only took 34k damage though, which is very good. But I made 946,000 credits. Quite amazing. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe and thanks for watching.